Welcome back, guys. 8:13 right now. To be a gold medalist Paralympic triathlete is a pretty remarkable accomplishment. But every athlete, no matter their strengths or weaknesses, the sport they're involved in, they need a little help along the way. And one woman is getting some help from her best friend, her service dog and training partner, a 3-year-old golden retriever. It's such a cool story. Joining us this morning with this really cool story, Paralympic gold medalist and world champion, Allysa Seely. Good to have you.
Thank you so much for having us.
How are you? Congratulations on all your accomplishments, by the way. And so this is...
What are you doing down there?
It's okay if he wants to lay down. So he's not just a training partner. He is a training partner.
Yes.
But there's more to him.
Yes. So I got Mowgli after I returned home from Rio in 2016 as my service dog. Yeah. He had so much energy. The first day I had him, he heard the neighbors in their backyard and scaled our 6-foot fence and landed on top to see what was going on over there. And so I started having him run with me and come along on workouts to get some energy out, and now he's turned into a great training partner. But
the issues that you're dealing with, Mowgli is very tuned into that. I mean, he can tell things before you can tell things, right?
Yeah, Mowgli, he's a smart little boy, and he knows it. He helps a lot in my everyday life, especially in training with things like detecting seizures and low blood glucose.
So will he tell you about a seizure before it starts?
Yeah, somehow he has started to learn the signs and signals ahead of time, and so he'll make sure I know it's coming. He'll bark at me, he'll make sure I'm sitting down, he'll lay on top of me, and if I try to ignore him, he just gets louder and louder and louder until...
Well, I was reading that there was one morning when you were going to get up and start doing some training, and he was laying on top of you, and you couldn't figure out why until you tested your glucose, right?
Yeah. So I've always had some swings in my blood glucose, and he was never trained to detect any of that, but just as we spent more and more time together, I think he started to learn. So one morning he was refusing to let me get out of bed, and I always check my blood sugar right in the morning, and I checked it that morning, and it was really low. And since that time, he's kind of alerted a few more times, which has been interesting.
I mean, it's amazing, right? How helpful is that? And you were a triathlete at Arizona State University before you realized what you were dealing with. I mean, explain how that process went. You just sort of realized something was wrong at some point?
Yeah, right after, I mean, I had always been active and a runner, but right after I started triathlon, I started to get some numbness and tingling in my arms and legs and a lot of other neurological symptoms that just progressed. When I finally saw a doctor, it took about 2 years to get a diagnosis, and I was diagnosed with a few rare neurological conditions that were congenital and somehow not found until I was 19. Wow. But since that time, you know, life has changed a lot. But
well, it hasn't stopped you.
We just keep going.
It hasn't stopped you, and God bless you for it. And God bless Mowgli. Could you do it without him?
Definitely not.
No, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking about this. I just think it's so cool.
Mom, do you want to say hi? Come on, stand up. Come on. Come here.
He's just tired. All right, let's get over to Christine. Don't you feel like Mowgli sometimes? You just want to kind of lay down and take a break from this?
Absolutely, but what a happy dog. See that tail wagging? He's welcome to come over here and help me with the weather if you want. All right, we'll let him relax. Hey, it's 8:17.